Hey, this is Scott, and this past Wednesday on the 9th of October, Stuart with Wine on the Dime was reviewing a Zinfandel. I'll go ahead and post a link in the here in the video. Anyways, he was having it and comparing it for his Fathead Pizza ketogenic pizza dinner. So that got me thinking, how would I, who is also on the ketogenic diet slash lifestyle, what would I pair with Fathead Pizza, which is what we're doing tonight, reviewing Cave B Estate Winery's Tempranillo. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Scott, and you are tuned into the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel. Wow, YouTube's pretty much exclusive Washington State-based wine and spirits testing channel, review channel, but not exclusively. But tonight we are going to go ahead and review Cave B Estates Tempranillo 2016 out of Quincy, Washington. Now, I've had their wines before, and they have, every single one of them has been outstanding. My wife and I were out this past weekend coming back from Spokane. We decided to take a little detour, went to Cave B, and tasted several of their wines. And normally I would save a bottle like this for a little bit more special occasion. This is a 2016 Tempranillo. It's from the Ancient Lakes AVA, which is where their estate is. And it comes in at around $33 a bottle for non-club members, which we are not a club member. Anyways, Cave B has been making some waves here in the state of Washington. They've always produced a really decent, good quality wine, but this last June or July, several of their wines won about 18 different medals, including their Chenin Blanc, which won Best of Show. So, that being said, now that, of course, that was a white, my wife and I really did kind of fall in love with this Tempranillo. And like I said, and I'll go ahead and post the link up here. On Wednesday, Stuart said he was pairing up his Zinfandel with his ketogenic Fathead Pizza, and I figured I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. And I was thinking, what would I like to drink that's going to be able to cut through that fat? And the first thing, to be honest with you, that came to mind was this Tempranillo. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the color first. Well, not just the color, but we're going to take a look. Transparency, it is slightly transparent. There is a little bit of light coming through. There are no artifacts at all. The color on this, and you'll see that I have poured myself a relatively full glass. And I am using the Wine Folly color chart. This is I would say a medium ruby. Definitely a medium ruby. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side. Now, let's go take a bit on the nose. Just like I remembered at the tasting. The nose on this comes across as a new leather. There's also blackberry, raspberry, tea, almost like a green tea, and some bay leaf. But the most prominent scent that I'm getting is a pepper note. It's a mix between white and black pepper. Now, I have let this wine sit in my glass since I didn't decant it for about 10-15 minutes to let it oxidize just a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a sip, see what that has done to it. Just like I remembered at the tasting room. This is a medium plus tannic wine. And right up front, you get that pepper. That pepper hits your palate, as well as the blackberry note. They're both on the forefront of this. The leather has kind of turned into a kind of a tan leather taste. And that fresh bay leaf note that I was getting is now more of a dried bay leaf. What's not coming through though is a little bit is that tea. That tea is kind of taking a backseat. It's almost non-existent on the palate. The finish on this though, it's very savory. This is a very savory Tempranillo. Let's go ahead and try one more sip here. Yes. The finish, this is a medium plus finish. Almost long enough. All the flavors really start to come through, but unfortunately, like I said, the green tea note has was faded on the taste. On the finish, the same thing stands for with the bay leaf. The bay leaf is the first to really go away. That blackberry and that pepper note, though, they don't go away. And that tanned leather note, it's a really kind of an earthy, used tan leather, well-worn tan leather. I really am enjoying this wine. That being said, let's go through it. The body on this is a medium plus body. It is very expressive of what a Washington State Tempranillo. Now, Tempranillo is normally a Spanish-style wine. I believe over 90% of the Tempranillo producing in the world is grown in Spain. The tannins on this, medium plus. The reason my wife loves this wine as well is I like a good, solid tannic structure to a wine. My wife, not so much. This was an extremely well-balanced tannic compromise. To really, for me, it gave you that initial punch, but it became the tannins became well-rounded as it sat on the palate. The acidity, again, medium plus on the acidity. It's there. You can taste it. The alcohol for 14 point, this sits at 14, I want to say 14.4 if I remember right. Yep. Yeah, my eyes are getting 14.4% alcohol by volume. Excuse me, 14.4% proof, right? No, alcohol, yeah, alcohol by volume. It's been a long day. Anyways, you don't taste the alcohol, but you do. I would consider a medium on the alcohol. This is not a wine that you're going to down very fast because of it. It reminds you that it's there. Is this a sweet wine? Oh God, no. This is a dry wine. This is a wine that basically turns your mouth into a semi-dry desert. Overall, this wine has it all. It is well-rounded. What else can I say? Rating on this is going to be a 90 out of 100. Easy. Will I buy this wine again? I have an extra bottle, but I have no problem going back out there to their tasting room, either up in Woodinville or out in Quincy, and buying another 2-3 bottles of this. This is a wine I would be very comfortable taking to a fine dining restaurant and paying the corkage fee to enjoy. So now I did have a couple questions. Some other people on it, being on keto has kind of given me a little bit more of a perspective when it comes to tasting wines. First of all, one of the whole reasons I came up with the channel is after I went keto, my whole palate changed. I'm able to taste these different flavors because I don't have all that sugar in there flowing through my system, and it really kind of warped my palate. But I had somebody ask me who watches the channel, who was asking me about being on keto and drinking the wine and drinking the whiskey. How can you do that and still be on keto? And it's very simple. Everything in moderation. I don't drink every single night. I intermittent fast, and I just take into account that I'm going to have these types of foods. The whole thing with wine and keto and fathead pizza and things like that, they can work together as long as you take it responsibly. So, that being said, Stuart, thank you very much for the idea of pairing wines with fathead pizza. I do appreciate it. Anyways, like I said, if you haven't checked out Stuart's channel, Wine on the Dime, it is a fabulous channel that he goes ahead and, he focuses on wine that are $15 and less, which is great. That's the vast majority of wines that are out there. So that being said, thank you, Stuart. Here's to you and your channel. May it continue to grow. As for me, I'm going to go ahead and take one more sip. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a piece of pizza. So, anyways, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps with the algorithms. That way, in case anybody else wants to review the video. Have you had KFB Estates Winery's Tempranillo? Have you had another Tempranillo? Are you on keto and enjoy wine as well? Please let me know down in the comments down below. That way, and I do try to answer as many questions and comments as I possibly can. Remember, I do drive trucks, so it's kind of hard. It may take me a day or two to do that. So that being said, if you like this content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And when you do, a little bell icon is going to come up. Hit the bell icon. That way, when I go ahead and have an idea about doing a review or discussing something like this, you'll be one of the first to know. As always, please drink responsibly. And life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. This is a beautiful wine, beautiful Tempranillo. Please enjoy it. Cheers. Pizza's done, by the way.